Libra, it's Jess, and I'm here to do your timeless monthly reading, and I know that's a confusing phrase, so what I mean by that is that this reading is meant to be timeless and that it's meant to resonate with you whenever it is that you find it. As I keep doing these, I'll create a body of work, so you will be able to go back through and any one of them that's calling out for you, hopefully that is the one that resonates with you at the time. Monthly, meaning that it's supposed to last for a month-long time period. Just keep in mind that you can do your sun, moon, rising sign, any other, primary placement in your chart. If you have a stellium in a certain sign, if you have, a certain planet, with a certain ruler, like on your midheaven, things like that. So, and in that way you can get to know your own energy and kind of feel out what is vibing with you for the next month. And for instance, if it's your moon sign, then know that it might take primarily take place primarily internally in your emotion space for you for that month. So you can do interesting things like that with these readings, and it's really for you to kind of play around with. If you want to follow me month to month, that's fine too. So with that long-winded intro, let's go ahead and jump into your timeless reading. Okay, Libra, what's going on? Okay, so there's some good news and there's some bad news. Let's start with the bad news. You've been through a lot, Libra. I probably don't even need to tell you that part. My goodness gracious, we have the Ten of Swords in the past position. This is a painful ending. This is a betrayal, some kind of backstabbing, could be even like gossip. A lot of times I get group energy just because it's dealing with air, the air element with the swords here, and the air signs rule communal signs. And I mean, just stabbed in the back here. But like I said, there is some good news. The good news is that you are coming out of this. So there was a situation in the past that I feel like you legitimately could not get away from. Like, you couldn't have gotten out of it, is what I mean to say. It caused you a lot of pain, and I feel like there was betrayal involved. And ultimately, it came to some kind of an ending. And so now, the current state for this month is the Eight of Swords. Again, good news and bad news. Well, you know what? I'm just going to title this reading Good News and Bad News. So, I'm kidding. Well, maybe not. So, this is the Eight of Swords. This is all about learned helplessness. And you are no longer in this state, but you are still, this is something you're going to carry with you, for a minute here. You're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to stand in your power. You're wanting to see your way through the fog, but you keep maybe like there's a lot of times when we have negative voices outside of us, though, and if we have them around us for a long enough time, which you're at a 10 here, so you're completing a cycle. You could have been marinating in this for a while. And a lot of times when that happens, then those voices can become our inner dialogue, right? And it's the same thing with learned helplessness, with the experiment with the dogs, and they had the floor that would shock them. And eventually they took it away, and the dogs were still scared to step on the floor because they had learned that helplessness. And so you're in a state this month, Libra, where you're still feeling the pain and you're still feeling the aftershocks of this situation, whatever it was that happened, this betrayal and this ending here. I'm getting like by a group of people, honestly. And you can move forward, and you're in the process of learning that you can move forward, but it still feels like you're stuck, and so you're in this place of wanting to transform this energy, want to transmute it, wanting to move forward. But I feel like the thought patterns in your head and the things that you're telling yourself, they're not your voice. It's not your voice. It's other people's voices. It's the things that other people have said that have kept you trapped and downtrodden for a while. And you are getting ready to step up into your power here. You're starting to embody it from the inside out. Maybe you have some Leo in your chart and you want to check that reading out too, because there's some similar energies coming out. And like I said, there's some good news, because the good news is you have a major arcana card showing up in the near future position, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Jupiter card. This is the divine finger of fate. I feel like you're about ready to get a shakeup, and because I'm picking up on that Jupiter energy, I just feel like it's for the best. It's for your expansion. It's for your the overall goodness of your life. And this could be an opportunity to go away and just to learn something different, even if that something different is just a new internal way of operating. Just to get around some other people, some more educated people. I'm kind of getting like just higher quality people who want to love and support and nurture your spirit. You might have whatever your 9th house is. I would look into whatever ruler that is, because I feel like it's going to be that sign, like the taglines of that sign, the vibe, the energy of that sign. Someone embodying the energy of that sign is going to come in and help to nourish your spirit a little bit, show you that things can be different, and help you to close out an even larger scale on the soul level, something that you've been working at learning for a while, that might have to do with your family. Because we also have the 10 of Cups here in the obstacle position, which is interesting. So I don't know if this happened in a family group, or there's a family group involved, or a group of people that you love very much, maybe like a spiritual group, some kind of community that means a lot to you here is what is holding you back. You have 3 10s surrounding you, Libra. You are trying so hard to let this cycle end and to try and transmute it and to turn it into wisdom, honestly, which is why I love you guys and I love your energy, because Libra to me is one of the most spiritual signs. All the nakshatras in Libra have a spiritual bend to it. I feel like you are getting a lot of spiritual insights at the present time here on how to move forward, but it's a little stop-start with you right now. But you're starting to get that knowledge, you're starting to learn how to trust yourself, and you're starting to see a path forward, but it's just kind of materializing in smoke right now. But eventually that is going to expand here. And I do feel like there might even be some notoriety associated with this in some kind of a way. And the reason that I'm getting that is because the Wheel of Fortune right now is talking about Jupiter, and Jupiter rules the last nakshatra in Libra, which is Vishaka, and that is one of the most famous signs. Like it's all about notoriety, and it's all about, it's called the Star of Purpose. So you could be really stepping up into your purpose towards the end of the month, Libra. And I feel like a lot of that, start paying attention to those spiritual insights. If you get weird little hits, start paying attention to those, because it's guiding you to your Star of Purpose here. You're not stuck. And you know, it could be one of those things where that energy is stop-start because your energy is playing catch up, right? You've been in a shit situation, and legitimately it was a shit situation, Libra. Trust and believe that, but that is over. And I feel like there was some kind of death here that popped you up into a new place. This might have had something to do with people that you were living with or a family, because I'm feeling like you went through a energetic portal where like this death happened and then you materialized, like almost like in a video game, like down here out of the house, you know, and it got you to the next level. So your surroundings have changed, you know, maybe the settings of the video game and the settings have changed in your video game of your life, Libra, which is interesting because, you know, the second nakshatra in Libra is Swati, and that is Rahu ruled, and people with heavy Rahu in their charts, like they like to be builders of worlds, and it's associated with video games. So I don't know if there's a certain video game that you play that might be, you might be playing this month, and that's kind of what's sparking certain spiritual insights or giving you some kind of an idea. But Swati is all about the black egg, and it's all about new beginnings and millions of worlds, right? You're starting to become aware that there are a lot of options for you, Libra. There's a lot of new starts. New worlds are being built every single day. And I feel like that's something that's really going to comfort you through this month. For sure. You are a survivor. You're going to get through this. So interesting that the 10 of Cups is showing up in the obstacle position, because I feel like you are a very loving person, Libra. You're ruled by Venus. And you're always trying to look for the good in people, but there might be some people as well that weren't part of the pain that you're going to have to let go of too, you know, because this could require some kind of a move with the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of times this can be a move, like a legitimate physical move somewhere, you know, or this is no small potatoes. This can be a very big shakeup in your life, like in a really, really good, positive way. And you might be scared of it, but I feel like, again, you're coming out of such crap that like you're probably wanting to embrace it in some way. But you might have to throw out some good with some bad here. But amazing with this 10 energy. You're closing out cycles. And you know what? What a year for it, because this year is the year for, you know, cashing in on that karma, really reflecting on where you've been, having insights, deciding to make changes. I do feel like energetic portals are opening up for us to go through. I don't know why that's coming through. I don't speak like that in my daily life. Well, I was thinking about the superstitious mountains the other day, so maybe some of you, I don't know, maybe that's relevant because people say that there's portals in the superstitious mountains. It's crazy. Anyways, and I feel like you've energetically passed through some kind of portal, and you've energetically gone through some kind of death, and the remnants of that, they stay with you, Libra, this month. But just know that you can shake your life up in a big way. You're probably going to have some kind of opportunity coming in, or you might even make a physical move, you know, in order to, that's going to make your life better. So I'm also getting some kind of notoriety here, and the reason that that's coming through, goodness, you have so much mirroring energy. What's going on here? Because your subconscious fears and what weighs on your subconscious mind, and your tool, they're both sixes. So you have a lot of copacetic energy going on here, and I guess that makes sense in a Libra reading, right? Justice, you're showing up here. Because it's balanced, the scales are balanced, so it's like you're weighing perfectly equal things, and that is showing up definitely for you this month. Now, the reason that I'm saying that you could be getting some kind of recognition, maybe for overcoming whatever obstacle this was. Your power could be even acknowledged here. Some kind of, maybe it is your insights that you have, something like that. Because you also have the victory card down here, and a lot of times notice he's just up on the horse and in front of the townspeople. He's got his victory wreath on his head and on his pole. So you could have some kind of skill, you could have some kind of, you've just overcome something, some kind of action that you've taken that has furthered some kind of progress. I feel like you're going to get some kind of recognition for that, because people are just amazed at how you did it, kind of a thing. And so you're standing out. I mean, I feel like Libras always stand out because they're just great, and they're usually like very pleasant people. Yeah, so people feel comfortable around you. This even could have something to do with your speech and with overcoming this obstacle and completing this cycle, having gone through something really difficult and coming out better on the other side. But that is a tool at your disposal. And you also know that you can stand out. Like maybe, you know, you were playing small because you were being mistreated and you suffered some kind of a betrayal, some kind of a heartbreak, some kind of, I want to say the word torture. I mean, Lord, this is like pain. You know what I mean? And it weighs on your mind to get out of it, because you have the Six of Swords weighing on your subconscious mind, which is better days. Like you want to move away from this. And you know that you can kind of stand out in a way, and maybe you were playing small because you were trying to fit in the past, and that's maybe why this Ten of Cups is showing up as the obstacle, because you wanted it to be this Ten of Cups, so you were keeping yourself small in some kind of way, which is beautiful that you have a card of expansion and shakeup in your future because you're done playing small, and you know that you stand out in some kind of a way, and now perhaps is the time to shine. But this could all be summed up, and your life was crap, and then you were playing small, you're over that, and you're ready for your new beginning. Basically, if you wanted to stop watching here, that's the gist of this. Okay? You're ready for a new beginning all around, because you're sorry, I have like always incense on me now that I'm like constantly reading. Because I have to smudge my cards and stuff all the time. But so your attitude towards this is the Ace of Swords. First of all, Libra, air sign, your totem. You are starting a new life. Also, the mountains in the background, they talk about like things that are always there, constant truths. Hate is gonna hate. I feel like you're just putting this where it goes, you know what, haters are gonna hate, and I just want to cut this out, and I want to have a new beginning. I want to further myself. There's something about knowledge coming through here. Again, not surprising. Libras love knowledge. They're very refined people. And I do feel like you're getting some kind of restitution, you're getting some kind of justice, and this could be some kind of an opportunity. People could have tried to withhold opportunities from you. They could have tried to diminish you in some way, Libra, and you were buying into it, and you had this negative self-talk of, oh, why would I even consider that? This is like got Cinderella energy. Cinderella living under the stairs with her, you know, loving children of God, stepsisters, you know, forgetting how to be loving and making her life horrible, you know, but you're getting out of it. You're expanding. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be, Libra. And this could be the seed this month, okay? Because you're ready for it with the Ace of Swords. This is all about starting a new beginning that you know you're going to have to make head over heart decisions. That's, I feel like, also the energy, these 10s are talking to each other. You got to make this head over heart decision because there's love here with this group. There is some kind of love with this person or with this group. There's things that you can find that you like about it. But ultimately, you're starting to realize that it's toxic and it's bad for you. And honestly, 2020, that's what a lot of our lessons are about this year, is figuring out what's working, what's not working, challenging our authority figures, challenging our structures, challenging our daily routines, rising up to meet our karma, and allowing that to culminate and be the guru, basically, towards the end of the year when you have that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in December. So you're moving towards that. You're moving towards your expansion here. And you're letting go of what no longer serves you. And it's honestly friggin' beautiful. So yeah, the outside influence is justice. I feel like you have divine interventions happening for you right now. Things are popping out of the sky for you. Things are popping out of the universe. You're getting opportunities. You're getting phone calls. You're getting some kind of communication. You're getting validation. And I do feel like this might even come in the form of an authority figure that's coming through to just validate what you went through. And maybe even in front of these people and be like, you know what? No. No, we're not going to do that. And this is fair, like coming in to like restore balance in this situation. Because you didn't deserve whatever this was. Nobody does. So that's beautiful to see. Again, just like the theme of this year, honestly. Don't be afraid of it. Like if you're a good person and you're trying, you know. Here's the thing. Your hopes and fears is the Nine of Pentacles. You're afraid to be independent. You're afraid to move out on your own. Again, like that's why this Cups energy, there's something about the safety of a group, the safety of a family unit or something that has kept you in this learned helplessness state before, where maybe there's a bug in your ear that's saying you're never going to make it on your own. Well, what if you need to move back home? What if this? What if that? You're never going to be able to make it. But that is what kills your energy. It saps your energy. It puts you in like this state, you know? You're hopeful that you can do it. Like that's what you want more than anything, is to be abundant, to be independent, to get to be yourself, because I feel like that was part of it. People that had low self-esteem tried to chip away at your self-esteem because they're nasty and they're jealous and they're in a low vibrational state. And that's not you. That's not what Libra is about. Libra makes everyone happy. They make everyone's day better. And they look for the love in every situation. There's just, it's Venus. There's a pleasantness, you know? There's also a thing that can happen with Libras or people with heavy Venus in their chart where people want to show off and please them. And if they feel they can't, I feel like you being around you, there's some, and you're like honestly greatness. There's something about you that stands out, that stands out above the crowd, and being around that brought out someone's self-esteem because Venus energy kind of instinctively knows what is valuable. And people they might compare themselves to you or whatever. And so instead of letting that motivate them to make themselves better and to pick themselves up, they were trying to take it out on you. So you're hopeful that you can leave that behind you. You can have a fresh start, that you have all your needs met. I always get indulging our freak flag and our like interesting hobbies because she's got this parrot here. And that you can be beautiful and independent and get to doing exactly what you want with all this yellow here, like coming through as a solar plexus energy. And that you're safe and that you're protected. And that is exactly the highest outcome. Because the highest possible outcome in this situation is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. This is creating order from chaos. There is always an element of protection here with the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a seed. I see this as like literally a seed for your long-term wealth and abundance, both internally and externally. And for you, Libra, they're definitely linked. And I think that that's something that you're starting to learn here, is that when you take care of yourself, that the rest takes care of itself, you know? Now, the advice for how to embrace this energy, the highest possible outcome, is the Nine of Swords, which is really interesting because the Nine of Swords is all about anxiety, sleepless nights, you know, pulling your hair out, really like not shying away. Not glossing this over, Libra, because, you know, you have that lawyer vibe to you where you can debate and see both sides of it, and that's what's kept you in this energy for so long. But you're ready to leave. You're ready to leave, and in order for you to leave, you need to accept what was going on here. And that's part of the Nine of Swords being here. Understanding what this is doing to your energy. Understanding what it's doing to your sleep patterns, your sleep rhythms, your circadian rhythm. your biological rhythm, what it's doing to your body, that it's eating you up. And know that you can walk away. That when this opportunity presents itself, if you don't try to make excuses, and if you don't let this obstacle here of, oh, like, you know, family needs to, I need to be here because it's going to give me some kind of peace of mind. If you don't play it safe, if you leap into this opportunity, that's what's going to lead you to this highest possible outcome here with the Ace of Pentacles. Because what you're trying to get here with this safety and security, what you think that you're getting, it's not really working for you, and the universe is trying to hand it to you. You're going to have to start at the beginning, right, with the ace here. You're going to have to build it up. It's going to take something, but you're going to enjoy the work, and you are going to enjoy the whole process of getting somewhere better for you. You know, it might be difficult at first. I also think that, where it's like, it might be difficult at first, right? Everybody's got to start somewhere, but you don't want to stay stuck in this cycle here. That's also what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. You want to step out of this Wheel of Dharma. You don't want to stay stuck in this circle that's keeping you powerless, that's keeping your brilliance just all tied up here by nothing. This is the human experience, right? Where we're here to learn and grow. And if you're not growing, you're dead, right? Is the phrase. So don't be afraid to grow. The universe has your back. It's going to be hard at first. It doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision. It doesn't mean that you're going to fail. Okay? Let me just get any more advice. Any more advice for Libra? Any more advice for Libra? Seven of Swords. You might have to be quiet about this. You might have to be quiet while you're making plans and be strategic, you know, in order maybe to get your stuff out or to get all the things that you want. If there's something that you want, you might have to be quiet to get it out here. It might serve you to be quiet about this at first. Yeah, about getting out. And again, there's that energy of like, maybe you don't feel like you're making that much progress at first, because the Seven of Swords is all about like, well, why would you just go through all that trouble just to steal 7 swords? But you got to start somewhere. And you might need to be strategic and sneaky in order to do this, you know? And I do feel like, also, be careful who you trust, because the person or somebody that you think is your friend here I think they're betraying you. I think someone's a gossip, someone's a mole, someone's jealous of you, and they like to see you small. They might pretend that they want to see you expand, but they're keeping you small, and they want to keep you there, and they want to keep you where you're at, and they're being sneaky. So be careful who you trust, and start to make some plans in private in order to get away from this energy. Because the universe is opening up a tunnel for you to get out. So you just want to make sure that you can do it, and act quickly with the little red booties here. Act quickly and swiftly, decisively. Make a plan. Make a strategy. All right? That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that resonated, and I will be thinking of you this month. Whatever this is, I wish you the best and all the strength. Bye, Libra.